Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Survarium. It has been a very long time. In fact, actually, I'm curious as to when the last time I recorded this was, but I know it has definitely been a long time, probably close to a year, I'm going to assume. Yeah, let me go and actually check that real quick. Okay, the last time I uploaded this was December 11th, 2015. It is, so not a year exactly, but a couple months. What is that? Like 4 months, essentially? A little over, yeah. So it has been quite a while, nonetheless. But I figured, now that I have a new CPU and whatnot, that I am interested in checking out the game again. So I did. I'm not quite sure if this is an issue with the matchmaking or just the time of day in which I was playing the game. But I am running around with essentially gear level 4, as you can see down there in selecting which of the gear profiles to use. It says level 4 above it. That's essentially, I'm thinking that's probably the average gear level, although it might be the highest gear level of what you have in the profile. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm thinking it's average, because I'm actually level 9 as of when recording this episode, this match. I am, at the end of this recording session, level 11, but I'm still using gear level 4 equipment. And so it still says that my profiles, it still lists them as level 4, so I'm thinking it's average. Or at the very least, your actual level itself doesn't matter. But, yeah, so I'm not sure if this is an issue with matchmaking or just the time of day I was playing, but I was, generally speaking, fighting people that had probably closer to gear level 6 or 7, I'm thinking, equipment. Essentially, like, they were actually running around with AKs and other variants of AKs and whatnot. But I don't have really anything fancy. I've got this and a Winchester, which this actually, at least in my opinion, this little machine pistol, this SMG here, I don't know actually what the weapon is off the top of my head, but this is better for me than the Winchester is, although I'm still not a fan of the sights for it, personally. I'm also wasn't a big fan of the Uzi sights, which is actually why I switched factions, I think the last time I played. So, yeah. But nonetheless, I figured I'd go ahead and try the game out. And overall, I still enjoyed my time. There was one match that I absolutely hated. In fact, I left it partway through because it was just death after death after death. Because all I was fighting were people running around with shotguns. And then of course spawn campers and all that crap. That was a match that I couldn't really put up with. So that's a match that I actually left partway through. I just could not bring myself to play through it for the whole, 13, 14 minutes or whatever it is for a match, or until one side lost all their tickets. Either way, I couldn't bring myself to play through that match all the way, so I left it. But for the most part, as I said, I've found, at least, that I think this weapon is actually much better than the Winchester is, for me at least, because, well, it actually has an ability to kill people at close range. The Winchester, yeah, you're not killing things at close range, and it's not like my pistol is particularly good at the end of the day. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually play this game probably this weekend, hopefully at a time in which more people are playing, and that will hopefully allow me to somewhat confirm if it was just a time of day issue for determining what I was going up against, because the matchmaking, I think, extended the search criteria all the way from level 1 to level 9. So I was able to, in theory, I was in theory capable of being tossed into a match in which the enemies were using essentially level 9 gear for the gear levels, which is, well, that's a little over twice better than what my current gear is. So, yeah. I'm hoping that it was just a issue with the time of day in which I was playing, because if so, you're probably not going to get very many people who end up playing this game, or at least not new people, which is definitely not something you want to have occur. You definitely want to have new players coming into the game. And also, I'll let you guys know, I have a link in the description, in which if you guys decide to use that link when you sign up for the game, you will get, at least from what I read, you will get 1 week of premium, and anytime you make a purchase in their in-game cash shop, which honestly I'll admit I don't quite see many people doing. I haven't done it myself because it's not like I'm actually that invested in the game right now. In fact, the main reason why I'm interested in this game is because they're supposed to have an open world sort of mode at some point in the future, which I think they've said that they'll probably be able to start working on in the near future, because if I recall correctly, one of the things they posted on the website was that they are nearing the end of essentially what they want to add into this normal free-to-play lobby shooter section, which is, as it stands right now, basically just a method of trying to make money to be able to develop the game. But yeah, but nonetheless, if you guys use the link I have in the description to make an account, that because you maybe want to check out the game, if I read it correctly, you get 1 week of premium, and anytime you make a cash shop purchase using the in-game cash shop, then I will get 5% of that back in gold. So if you spend, say, 100 gold, which is the premium currency for this game, I get 5 gold. Sure, it's not a whole lot, but also, I mean, if for some reason all 580 of my subscribers were to do that and spend 100 gold, which actually I don't think there's anything in the game that's only 100 gold, but nonetheless, we'll assume there is, then that's quite a bit of money, or quite a bit of gold. That's 2,900 gold, and of course it's not just a one-time thing. Every single time you make a purchase in their in-game cash shop, I get 5%. So it's one of those, especially if people end up buying a lot, it will rack up over time. And granted, I probably really won't end up using all of that, so but yeah, so that is a thing that you guys could do if you felt like it. I do enjoy the game overall. It's just that I'm thinking it was just a time of day thing that occurred here, where I ended up fighting a lot of people that, at least in theory, would have had much better equipment than I did. But hopefully, and I'm hoping that is the case, because as I said, I enjoy the game. But I will advise that, generally speaking, you're going to be better off using SMGs, assault rifles, and sometimes a shotgun. From what I can tell, rifles, at least the things like the Winchester and bolt actions, probably not the best. So if you have the opportunity, I will generally advise that you use something like the PPSH-41 and other SMGs and assault rifles. And of course, again, every so often maybe a shotgun on some maps, but generally speaking, it's looking like you're better off using automatic weapons and not bolt actions and other weapons like that. But that's going to be it for this episode. Actually, I don't have really anything else to say. I've got 4 recordings of Survarium as of right now. Probably be uploaded, yeah, they're all about 15 minutes, so they'll be uploaded as separate parts more than likely. But yeah, if you want to go and check out the game, as I said, I have a link in the description that if you use that to create your account, you get 1 week of premium, from what I understand, reading it. And anytime you make a purchase using the in-game cash shop, I get 5% of it. So I'd appreciate it if you guys are interested in checking out the game, if you were to use that link. To at least try it out, because it also has the ability to give me some gold. in-game to spend. Yeah. I will see you guys next time, but until then, goodbye. Oh, and actually I want to say, I will probably be doing some live commentary recordings. In fact, I think I'll go and record a couple of actual live commentary parts right after I finish recording this. But until next time, goodbye and farewell.